Hi lovely people, you're all welcome back to our English class. Today we'll be looking at suffix. In our last English class we talked about one of the affixes, which is a prefix, and we said a prefix is a letter or letters added before a root word. But today we'll be looking at the other affix, which is a suffix. A suffix is a letter or letters added after. Pre is before, prefix is before, while suffix is after a root word, either to modify its meaning, to change its tenses, or the part of speech. It could be from noun to adjective, like changing danger to dangerous, right? Or maybe to alter some of the words, like teach to a teacher, and so many others. Now let's look at common suffixes, please. Common suffixes. We have one, ly. Ly is one of the common suffixes. Ly, you add it after a root word. Ly afterwards a root word, which means manner. We also have er. You can add after a root word, like teach to teacher after its root word. We also have, remember we are talking about common suffixes. We have number 3, ing, which is action, an action word. Do you understand? And so many other examples of suffixes. Now, let's look at the types of suffixes. The types of suffixes, right? Number 1 is inflectional suffix. Inflectional suffix. And number 2, we have derivational suffix. Now, when we talk about inflectional suffix, it talks about changing the tenses, either the tenses or number of that particular root word. What does the suffix do to it? It will change the number or the tense. An example is, if I want to change jump, if I'm adding my suffix, it has changed the tense to what? Jumped. Right? Then when we talk about number under it, we have a cat. One cat. And it has changed the number to cats. More than one cat. Then we also have the number 2 type of suffix, which is the derivational suffix. This entirely changes that particular root word to another one with a new meaning. We have an example, happy. Change it to happiness. And so on. Now let's look at common suffixes with examples. Then common suffixes with examples. Number 1, we have er or or, which means one who. Er or or, we can see it in examples like teach, teacher. Or we can see it in act, actor. Right? And so on. Ly, a manner, the manner. Ly, the manner. We can see it in words like happily. What's the manner? Happily. We can see it in words like quickly. So on. Let's look at number 3. You have able or able. Able or able, which means being capable of. Which means what? Being capable of. An example is, this able, we can do it in manageable. An example is manageable. We have this. We can have this as edible, and so on. Right? Let's go to number 4, ness. it is a common one. Ness, which means state of. The state of. It could be what kind of state? Kindness, kindness, happiness, and so on. Let's look at the next one, less, 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 without, less meaning without. Which words can we get with less? We have hopeless, which other word? Fearless, and so on. The next one is full, full, full of, full. What words can we get with full? We have careful, careful, helpful, helpful, careful, etc. The ing, which is an action word. The ing, which is what? An action word. Present tense, just like changing the tenses. Present tense. We'll have things like anything ing form should be going here. Anything ing form. Run, running. Eat, eating. Jump, jumping. Walk, walking, and so on, right? Then ed is also to change the tense. Changing the tense to a past tense. We have jump, jumped, that's past. When did the person jump? You will know. Jumped, walk, walked, and so many other examples, right? Hope you're enjoying this class. Now, we'll also have the spelling rules that will guide us in suffixes. Let's look at spelling rules for adding suffixes. Number one is, one of the rules is when you have a silent letter E in the root word, as in ending the root word and beginning with a suffix. For you to add your suffix, what do you do to words that have a silent letter E to it? An example is hope. And I want to add ing to hope. What will I do to my silent letter E? I will eliminate it. I will not do HOPEING. No, because of this hope, this E is silent, is not pronounced. That is why it's called a silent letter E. So for me to add my ing, I'm going to eliminate this and have hoping. Right? Let's look at the second rule, the second spelling rule for adding suffixes. We have consonant plus Y. Consonant plus Y. If I want to put a Y, what do I do if it has a Y? If the Y is already ending in the root word and I want to add my suffix, what can I do? An example to explain this is still happy. If I have happy, it ended with a Y, and I want to add my ly. I want to add my ly. What will I do? I change the Y to an I, and it will come out to be happy. Are we there? Let's look at the third one. Double consonants. Double what? Consonants. If a root word ends in just having one syllable, a root word that has just one syllable, and you want to add your suffix, what do? You double the consonant if it ends in a consonant sound, and starting a suffix with a vowel sound, what you will do is to double the consonant sound before adding the suffix. An example is, I want to explain it for you to understand with these examples. If I have something like sit, S-I-T, sit. And I'm adding my suffix, which is ing, to sit. One is that sit has just one syllable, sit, and one vowel sound, sit. And I want to add my ing. Now, this rule says that before I add this ing, which is a suffix to this sit, I'm going to double my t before adding it. That is what it means. So I'm going to have city. Another example is run. This is a consonant, and I'm having ER. I want to add ER to run. Run has just one syllable, and the rule says it's ended with a consonant sound, and I'm going to double it before I add my suffix, which is going to be runner, and so on. Hope you're enjoying the class. Let's practice on some examples. Let's practice with this on the board. We have the root word sad plus ness. We have sadness. Fast plus ER, we have faster. Create plus ION, create. Look at the E, silent letter E, we have creation. Beauty plus full, what did we say we do to the Y? Beautiful. Change the Y to an I, then you put it. I want to give you an activity to practice on. Use the suffix able with the words in the box. This is the box to fill in the sentences. Now, number one has been done. We have please don't throw away that plastic bag. We can use it again. It's reusable. Now we have reuse here, and I added my able to it. It is what? Reusable. Make sure when you're picking anything from the box, it should rhyme with your sentence. You should be able to go in for that sentence. Number two says your excuse for being late is not dash. You must come on time. No excuses. Number three says the number of stars you see in the night sky are dash. There are about 6,000 of them. Let's look at number four. Number four, do you want my advice? It's not dash to swim with a lifeguard. Number five, my new business. Number four, do you want my advice? It's not dash to swim without a lifeguard. Five says, my new business is making lots of money. I'm happy that it is dash. Six, the new sofa you bought is great. It's so blank, that's dash, that I fell asleep on it. I hope you enjoyed the class. Please, you can drop your answers in the comment section. Bye-bye, and remember to always join our classes.